Hello everybody, today I'm going to be doing a Pongmei Valley Chest run in Guild Wars 1 to help anyone that might want to do it themselves. Maybe someone's come back for the 20th anniversary, or they just are interested in doing it and haven't done it before, so this might be a video you'll find useful. The idea with doing it as a dervish is just to get the highest movement speed possible. We're going to be using Dwarven Stability to keep our 50% movement speed up at all times. The first area that we're looking for chests is going to be in the Yeti Cave, so there's two potential spawns here, to my knowledge. One across the bridge at the back, and one down to the left, right at the back with the boss. So you'll see me putting out on screen where I'm looking. Didn't see any chests, so we're going to turn around. We're now going to head over to the Rock Wallows. There's potentially a spawn on the right here with this group of Rock Wallows, or also over on the hill here. You can see it spawned. It's really important to maintain I am unstoppable here, because you'll see the Island Guardians always try and knock you down. Here he's going to cast Signal of Judgment, and the Rottweilers can really hurt. If you're on the ground, you might be in trouble. The next two spawns we're looking for is on either side of the bridge, or up on the little ridge there with the Yetis, but it hasn't spawned today. Another spawn that we can see is up on the right here with the Afflicted and Afflicted boss. As we're coming into this kind of back bog area, there's a lot of different spawns within this zone, but I tend to find that only one chest will spawn in here. It's very rare, or I can't even remember a situation where I've had multiple chests spawn in this area. There is a chest that can spawn right at the back here, or through this little tunnel, and if you're just kind of running straight by, you might miss it. It can be hard to see, so just come up right to the edge here and have a look. But generally, if you've got a locked chest anywhere in this area, it's unlikely that you're going to have another, so you'll just grab that one and go. So we're just going to come in here, grab the chest, make sure we don't get stuck, and we'll go. You do tend to get quite low, but once Shroud of Distress kicks in and you've got your block chance and health regen, you're kind of good to go. So the next area we're looking for chests is all up in this area up here around the boss. You can see one spawned up in the top corner there, but generally anywhere in here one can spawn. There is a individual spawn up on the top corner here, which can happen sometimes, so we'll go, there it is. So up with this Island Guardian group up here, it does seem to be its own spawn, so make sure you check. Keep up I'm unstoppable so you don't get knocked down. Grab the chest, and then we're going to loop back around. Generally, as soon as you can see the names for these enemies, you'll be able to see if the chest is spawned, so you don't have to run all the way up to check. Just going to loop back around, grab that other locked chest. You don't generally have to keep Shadow Form up as much as I am, or really any of the enchantments. I'm just trying to be a little bit more cautious on this run. Now we find chests spawning on the right here, anywhere along this kind of stone ridge. At the back here is very common, or where these Kirin spawn and run off to the left. There's often a chest here, but none today, so we're going to keep going. We're going to run right across the length of here, right to the back, because there's often spawns right along this kind of back wall line. So in there is common, and here is common, but anywhere around in this grass area. You can see one has spawned for me here. Again, I find that it's very uncommon for two chests to spawn within this grass area, so once you found one, you're fine. With the exception of the spawn over here that I'm pointing out with the Island Guardian. A chest is often spawned there, even if there's a spawn on the right hand side here, and I'll just point it out on my mini-map really quick. So there's definitely kind of an individual spawn. Finally, we're going to head into the back area here. We're looking for a chest around this rock. We're looking for a chest at the back with the two undergrowth, or around at the roots of this tree, just over here. And then lastly, we're just going to look down this corridor for a chest, because there can be one that spawns in here. Do keep in mind that if you've found 5 chests, that's as many as that are going to spawn, so if you find 5 chests early on, you don't have to do the whole run. We're just going to go through once again. Unfortunately with Rare Seabed you can't do the resign trick to leash yourself to the edge of the instance. It doesn't work in this town, so maybe if you want to you can bring some chocolate bunnies or something to get you out of town faster. But that's the run. So we'll just go again really quickly. I'll try to talk a bit less, and we'll hopefully be able to have another successful run. So we're just looking into the Yeti cave across the bridge, and down with the boss. No spawn, turn around. Head to the left, looking down with the Rottweilers. Looking up with the Island Guardian. Nothing here. What about on the ridge? Yep, one with the Yetis on the ridge here. This is a reasonably uncommon spawn, but as you can see it does happen. So checking on the bridge, and you can see there's nothing on the right with the afflicted boss, so now we're going to the kind of bog pit area. Looking all the way along the back here for a chest. There it is in the middle. Going this deep in here you do have to be careful because you will be taking a lot of damage. There's a lot of mobs in here. Just gonna run back out of the way I can. For safety. Just gonna loop around the top of the bog area here and up into the boss. So again, anywhere in this kind of courtyard area we're gonna be looking for a chest. There it is. We're just going to check the back area again, so as soon as the names pop up you'll be able to see if there's a chest or not. So there's no chest there today. Turn around. Now we're going to be looking either side of this pathway. And right at the back, yep, there's one there, spawned. Grab that. As we move into the back here, I'm hoping I'm putting a map up on screen right now, which is kind of my idea. And I'm not saying this is 100% fact of how the chests spawn in this area. I'll be putting a kind of dot in the most common spawn locations, a red dot maybe, and then I'll be putting kind of a yellow borderline circle around the chests that I think are linked. So what that means is if one chest spawns in the kind of yellow circle, you're unlikely to have another chest in the same circle. So you'll be able to see that there's like a big circle around the bog area, circle up with the Rottweilers at the start, kind of the grass area, and then, oh, you can see a lot of chests on the right here, in the corridor. Sometimes you just have to move a little bit further in here because you can miss something right in the corner. And that's it. Well, I hope this video is useful. I'm just going to leave the map up on screen so you can have a quick look. And please in the comments mention if I've missed any kind of main spawn areas, and I'll update it if I can. Have a good day.